What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Inform Vardy, 230k. We paid 210, so hopefully we'll either make profit or make just enough to sell it to keep obviously my coins. It's the main thing that I'm looking at doing this year, is to try and really keep them coins up so I can keep bringing you these reviews day after day after day. So definitely stay tuned for all of them. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want to check out the Patreon to see how I make my coins, and also another content creator, Nannik Gaming, subscribe down below as well, is doing the trading Patreon side of things, and I'll be doing more of the SBCs, how I make coins, and just going to day with pretty much just playing with every player in the game really, or trying to be anyway. Vardy has got a team of the week this week. It is the numero uno, and he's I don't know, he's looking pretty good for me. He's a 3-star, which is already, it lets you down a little bit because you think, do you really want a striker already with only the 3-star? We're looking at 4-5. That's all we've been looking at last year. Do you want to downgrade yourself for that? I think for this kind of point in the game where it's so quick, so early on, this card is going to be amazing. He's going to be amazing for a week or two at the very minimum, and then we'll start to see the 4 stars roll in. We've already got an informed Ben Yedder who really isn't much more expensive than this guy, so very interested to see that. I really want to go and pick up Ben Yedder as well. I'm going to try and pick up a few more of the informs over the next couple of days just to make sure I've got them in, and then I'll be still doing the gold cards around it as well, so definitely stay tuned for all of that. We have put him into my BPL squad, which obviously it's pretty set up anyway. That's the main squad that I've been using and the one that's looking the most impressive right now. In terms of stats, in terms of ability, let's have a look into his gameplay and all of his in-game stats. We've got the higher work rates. He is right-footed, 5'10". He's got great pace. Shooting looks fantastic, especially his finishing. Agility balance is looking about average in my opinion. Composure is very nice. We've got great ball control. We've got dribbling. It's not great. We've got ball control. Stamina's up there. Aggression's up there. Heading's up there. Not really any passing, but I can kind of expect that from a striker, especially early on in the stage with only an 87 rated. I kind of expect him not to have that all-round game, like we've kind of just come off the fact that we've played with Team of the Seasons and Team of the Years and special cards in the 90s. They're going to have stats throughout the entire of it. So it's kind of, it's almost expected that you're not going to have that sort of caliber that early on. So to have him in the team, I'm very interested to see what he does. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into some gameplay and see how he gets on. So if you can't tell already, we are doing post-com on this one. I thought it's a little bit easier. I want to try and get this back up and running because I feel like I'll be able to get more reviews done in the situations that I'm in, basically. We did play a few games with him. As you can see here, we can really see what he's actually capable of. And if I can move the screen, so obviously, look at that. That is absolutely stunning play from him. Little step over, even with the 3-star, still managing to get them step overs, puts it to his right, absolutely bangs it in the bottom right there. So even with obviously not having the 4-star, he's still absolutely doing work in this game. And like I said, I want to do the post comms just because I feel like I'll be able to get more out for you. Again, we go down the wing. My recording is just a little bit laggy at the minute. We managed to get Henderson in. Again, there's another assist. Absolutely beautiful play right there. He's got the striking ability and the assist ability. You can see him here. Literally 15 minutes in, he's already scored, he's already assist, and then he's just gone and chipped the keeper. We said bye-bye to that guy. Second rage quit in literally the first 2 minutes, or literally 5 minutes of playing. Then we get into the third game, and this one was a little bit more tricky. The opponent had a decent team, not quite amazing, but definitely somewhat of an ability. We try and get around, and unfortunately it doesn't make any difference there. And then we move on to the next one. Again, you see him picking the ball up, making moves. Passing down is not his main attribute really, but he still manages to get them going. But the one thing I did notice about him, managing to get the ball to his feet all the time and really putting the pace on. Oh, nearly getting it that side, but really putting the pace on. Like I said, he's got great finishing. This one really should have been finished. I kind of bottled it and didn't go with the near post. I should have just went with the shot. Obviously, he's closed me down there. Just my fault. It's learning. It's all a new game, and it's learning that run. We see here again. Shouldn't have went with that fake shot. Pass it straight off, and he's basically through on goal. We would have gone for a little bit more. We knew he was going to be offside, and really, I learned a lot from him, and I think he's probably one of the best strikers that I've used so far. He gets an assist there. And like I said, he can do it all really. He's got the pace, he's got the shooting, and then he's got a little bit of an assist in him as well. But anyway, we are just about to go to the overall right about now. So going into the overall then for Inform Vardy, 220 to 230k you can get him for, as it shows on Futbin. For Xbox, obviously PlayStation and PC are both different prices. He is a 3-star, which is probably the biggest disadvantage from him. Other than that, I really enjoyed this card, especially because he's obviously the first team of the week. He's going to be very rare coming into the game. More than likely, I can see Vardy getting a few more informs, a few more specials down the line. So it's not going to be the most wanted rare card in the game, if you get my drift, because in team of the week 5, 10, 15, he's more than likely going to get another one at some point. But the one thing I really do want to know is when we can get a skill move or weak foot upgrade from an inform. It's a big thing that they did or said they were going to do this year, is the performances will shape how the inform is. If he manages to score 2 on his left foot, more than likely he'll get a weak foot upgrade, and that will just be for the inform. That is something that would be really, really nice to see. Great pace on him, very good shooting. Passing wise, a little bit on the lower than average scale in my opinion. Agility balance, it's good, but I think again, a month, 2-3 weeks in, you're gonna want a little bit better from your strikers, depending on how much coins you have. That is always the biggest thing. Obviously this card is going to go down in price eventually, and then probably will stabilize more than likely around about the 100 to 150k mark. Right now it is brand new, not everybody has the game. It's gonna be expensive. You've got head and accuracy is nice, even though I don't really know how to cross the meta way as such in this. I know the back post, I know the cross goal, but actually crossing, I'm still yet to figure out how the early cross works, what power you put on when you do it. There's always that specific way that always works, or 90% of the time works, and that's what we're going to be finding. He is, like I say, high work rates. Predominantly as a striker, you don't really need to worry about that. He didn't come back with obviously the custom tactics of staying up front. He's got good stamina. Strength wise, didn't really notice too much of an issue, even though it is quite low, but I think the aggression outweighs that a little bit. In terms of reactions, ball control and composure, all very nice. He felt okay dribbling wise, but again, still not like skillful, as if you get what I mean. I think the reactions and the ball control works well, but then not having that agility balance and then the dribbling stat overall is still a bit of a negative for him. He is an out-and-out striker. He felt quick, had a really good shot on him, couldn't really pass, dribbling was very basic, could head, stamina. That's pretty much Vardy in a nutshell. He'll score goals for you. He won't do the fancy flicks and all of that good stuff, but he will provide them goals, and also got a few assists as well, so you can't complain too much about him. Hopefully we can see another version of him later on down the line, and I do want to actually test out his 86 to see how that works. What is the comparison between him, because that is obviously not what we've got yet. Obviously, it more than likely will be less in terms of value for him, because if you look at it, we get a +1 on pace, shooting, defending and physical, and 2 on passing and dribbling. In terms of what we've got in real life, let's have a look at these. We've got 3 matches, 5 goals. Can't really complain about that, to be honest. Generations, what was he last year? He was 82 to start with, and then 85, and then all the way up to a 95 team of the season. As you see, the year before, an 82, managing to get himself up to an 88. 89 the year before, 91 the year before that, and then obviously he was a silver as he was coming into Leicester's first team. Link-wise, as you can see, I've got Kane, Zaha, and Salah. We've also got the Leicester players. Always a good shout right there. Maddison, I can imagine later on down the line with a few special cards will be a nice link for him. And then we've got similar. I never really get how that works, to be honest. It really isn't the same in my opinion, but they think it is the same. And then I think that is about it in terms of what we've got. People have got squads with him as well. I suppose that's a pretty cool feature that we could add if you wanted to save a squad and bring that into the reviews. Always the chance. We'll feature one squad on here as well. But apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe. I've given him a 9 out of 10. I think he's a decent card to get into your squad. Would it go out and purchase him? Probably not. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you all for the next one. Peace.